These videos are about discovering ourselves and therefore becoming awakened. Becoming awakened means that we realize what we are. Once self-realized, we begin acting from our consciousness instead of reacting from gene, hormonal, environmental forces that are imprinted in our body and nervous system. Watching these videos will help us be awakened from mistaken beliefs of who or what we really are. The main obstacles to self-realization are the belief that we are our minds or our bodies. If we investigate, we will find out that the mind and body are just processes and activities. For example, as noted in the previous video, the body is nothing more than a collection of biological cells that make up an organism. Likewise, our minds are just thinking activity that produces emotions and reactions. Both the mind and the body are constantly changing. At no time can we pinpoint where a permanent body or mind is. The only part of us that appears to be constant and unchanging is the sense, knowing, and consciousness of our existence. Free will consists in making decisions based on our consciousness. However, most people are trapped in determinism, or otherwise called the cycle of karma. All actions and thoughts are based on what happened to us before those actions and thoughts. The current scientific findings based on neuroscience, psychology, and other sciences is that we don't have free will because all our behaviors are based on genes, hormones, and past experiences. According to the science of psychology, we are robots. All our behaviors, thoughts, and beliefs are dependent on our genes, chemistry, and external factors that we have experienced through our lives. We are a product of all these influences. Anything we believe, think, or do is dependent on what happened in our lives before the thought, action, or belief. At first glance, it may seem that because we are a product of all these factors and influences, we don't have any free will whatsoever. So, from psychological experiments and studies, it seems that human behavior arises from a complex interplay between our biology, environment, and capacity for conscious choice. These sciences claim that the feeling of making a free choice is an illusion created by our brains. We think we choose freely, but it's just an after-the-fact rationalization of a predetermined event. We don't make conscious and rational decisions. Rather, we rationalize our actions and beliefs. A recent example of rationalization is worth mentioning. Netanyahu, on live TV, claims that killing all Palestinian men, women, children, and animals is justified because a passage in the Old Testament commands the Israelis to do so to their enemies. That certainly is not justified by the command, "Thou shalt not kill," however. However, there is room for change because by becoming aware of these imprinted patterns and influences and using purposeful actions, we can bring about change in ourselves and our lives. The healthiest approach is to reflect on how our circumstances and biology may influence us, while also recognizing our ability to transcend those limitations through self-realization, mindful awareness, and purposeful action. In the spiritual path and from my own experience, I can certainly confirm that a sudden Kundalini awakening involves profound energetic and physiological changes that can dissolve past ingrained patterns and lead to transformative shifts in our nervous system, mind, and consciousness. However, it is also true that a Kundalini experience does not necessarily eliminate all conditioning or ego structures, nor does it completely eliminate the sense of the self. As these videos show, the knowing of our true selves does certainly give us true free will, because all actions based on automatic behaviors or rationalizations are eliminated, since self-realization helps us bypass the illusion of a self and act out of our consciousness. Consciousness is not connected to deep imprints in our nervous system, nor to any beliefs in our minds. Acting from our knowing of being conscious of our existence is acting with free will because consciousness is connected with the universal consciousness. Universal consciousness is not subject to karma or determinism because it is not an object, or it does not consist of any material substance. If that is the case, consciousness is not subject to material universe's causal nature, and so we can make free will choices. Created by Elias Stasinos. Ask questions or comment below.